Hello my lovely humans, welcome back to another fabulous part here of the Cats and Dog. So guys, we are here and we are at the hospital. Now this took me a while, so in case you want to do this in your own gameplay because of storyline purposes, you do have to go and download a personal hospital bed if you want to play in a not hospital like world type thing. Because she's not actually giving birth. I don't think she's in her third trimester. But she was having extreme problems. She was puking way too much. There was a little bit of bleeding. She was very nervous. She called Max. Max is like, okay, we'll go to the hospital together. They have been here since 3 in the morning yesterday. They have just got seated. The doctor's office has been extremely busy with other patients. Some patients a little worse than others, and we'll get there. But the doctor still has not been able to visit her, so the nurse is quietly talking to her right now. And they're having this conversation of like the baby's gonna be okay. We're pretty sure we might have to induce you early though. If that happens, just know that the baby might be a little smaller, and that we might have to keep it here overnight instead of letting you guys go home. And of course, Lily's like, we'll do whatever we can to save the baby, in case the baby does have extreme problems. Because if you do remember, last week, you know, we have been skipping ahead a few months or whatever, but she's probably, you know, I don't really remember how many weeks are in 9 months, but she's probably like 6 months pregnant, I would say, 6 months pregnant. Yeah, well, she just probably entered her 6th to 7th month. That means the baby is almost 8 weeks, 8 weeks early, which is really bad, and we don't want that. We do not want that at all, not for our little girl or little boy, whatever it might be. Oh, I can't do that yet. But, on sadder note, there are other people who are here. She does not know her mother is here at this hospital in Willow Creek. She's in a very special wing. They came in much earlier than her mom. Her mom fell down her stairs at her house and hit her head. And so the doctor is here trying to take care of her. As you can see, ignore the child. It froze, and I don't know how to fix it, so just ignore the child. But she's here, and they're talking, and because of the horrible condition and the fact she was in surgery, she broke 3 ribs. She's in an extreme amount of pain, so I feel like she would be in an extreme amount of pain. So ultimately, we're just going to go MC Cheats here, and we're going to change the mood into a negative mood. And I think like she'd be either dazed or uncomfortable. So maybe if we change her into both moods, can we do that? I don't know. But I believe she would be in one or the other. And that is simply because, but her whole family was here, but that was a few hours ago. The kids might be leaving soon. I know that, is Oliver back? Okay, interesting. But like, for instance, like, I think Tristan might be leaving, yet he might actually be going for a jog. They've been here for a while. The whole family decided to come. And like I said, I couldn't remember if they had kids. I could not find them to bring them here. So I am gonna go like look. Oh, it does look like they have Harper. It's just a Bergeson. I think that's why I couldn't find Harper. Interesting, because she didn't take the triple last name. She took her mother's maiden last name. Okay. Well, Harper is not here. Harper is staying with a family friend. Their child, who's actually back here, should be staying with a family friend. I didn't realize I clicked on them. That's their child. Little Daisy. It doesn't matter. But, as you guys do know, sadly, Lilywood had no idea they were here, because her whole family is not talking to her. They have no idea I think they might know she's pregnant. I can't remember. But her mother is still extremely mad at her for the simple fact that she didn't marry Max. Yet her and Max are on such great terms right now that they have been thinking about maybe marriage might be the best way to go going forward. And she was really excited to tell her mom that. Yet the nurse just informed her there's another patient that's in extreme condition that we will definitely try to get to you as soon as possible. We only have one doctor on staff right now. The other one had to go home because of a family emergency at a different hospital. It happens. And so I think simply he's just going to tell her, you know, they're just going to discuss their uncomfortable mood and hope that she could get better, because she doesn't want her to die. Now, that's how severe the situation can get, is that she could lose a lot of blood, or she could something could pop again, or something could happen and she could die. She could, there's a possibility she could die. Um and he's extremely nervous about that. He doesn't want her to die. He doesn't think that she would die, but there's a very good possibility that she could die. And he's really afraid that it could happen, and so he's having her sit down, sit on the bed, don't go talk to your family yet. We're going to go inform them of the severe conditions that you could possibly be in, and we'll have a conversation about what they think we should do, and if they feel like we should do some more tests, x-rays, MRIs. We'll definitely get to those very, very soon. I am the only doctor on staff, and so we're going to discuss how you are feeling now, and if we feel like we should bring in a nurse with you, and to maybe administrate some drugs, to get you in a better state of mind. Lily's very not Lily. Amy's very tired. Amy's going through a lot of pain. She doesn't really know how she's supposed to process all this. All she knows is she wants to go home to her own bed, yet they had told her she needs to stay at least until in the morning. And she definitely knows that her husband cannot stay until the morning, and that she would prefer if they go and talk to them now, because I know her husband would be extremely scared. And so I feel like teach dancing. I've never seen teach dancing before. I haven't modded my game. It could be a part of that. We're going to go have a friendly introduction before heading on upstairs. Yeah, no, we're not going to go bring her with us. She's going to sit right there. Yep, that's what's going to happen. Because I believe that she would sit right there. They did use this x-ray machine. Now, none of this, like I said, is actually workable. I don't account, because like you can't x-ray scan, because you have to be like in a hospital to do the x-ray scan. But it's the thought that counts. You can see the beds they're different. And yeah, that's my only. Oh, I don't know what's going on. What? No. Oh, there's seriously no back door. There is a back door? I did this in particular so they couldn't come back here. Guys, I'm so mad with this whole 8 sin count thing. I mean, I can have the 14, but I can delete sin by accident that way. I didn't want to take the risk. And so I just teleported them all here. And I've been trying to lock doors so they can't walk in certain areas. And as you can see, it has failed. Like, miserably. Oh, my god. Not until you're grown up more. Okay, I don't care. I don't care, guys. I don't care. 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 So I think the doctor would have a conversation with him. I believe they would probably have a deep conversation about, can I not have a deep conversation? What? Okay. Then they would get to know each other. We'll say it's a deep conversation. And I believe we'll give her medical device, because I saw that, and I feel like it's a pretty good one to give, is give a medical device to her. And I feel like that would be like where this conversation would come in, where he's like, your wife, it's in severe condition. If there's anybody here that you don't believe should be here, that is not here yet, you should possibly, don't know why he's a loner, it's so idiotic, possibly get them here sooner. So Aaron thought, alright, maybe it's time to call Lily. It's coming a lot worse than they thought it was. Doctor's like, I have another extreme patient who I have to go take care of. I will show up later, but I do need to go have a conversation with this parent, because we could be inducing a labor. Now, as one should remember, they do not know she is pregnant. Oh, actually, I'm gonna have to teleport him here. So that's the thing. I'm just gonna do that real quick. One does not know she is pregnant. One has no idea. She is not. I guess I can't remember if we did. It's been a little while since I've had that. Okay, stop talking. Teleport. Cool. No, what? No, stop. Oh, I'm gonna. Okay, this is the thing. Can we just talk about a minute how I'm so mad at like the Sims game? At this very second, this whole hospital thing is stupid. All right, and I don't talk bad about Sims because I believe the Sims has changed my life for the better, and I don't go on rants during LPs, especially during parts that are very important. The next 3 parts are some of the most important parts of Cats and Dogs for story purposes and lines, and we can get back into the normal Cats and Dogs array, going back to the vet, which I'm in love with. But besides the point, I don't care if you're tired, sweetie. You've been here all day. You should be a little tired. They would have probably fed you. You would have probably gone to the bathroom. You definitely wouldn't be having fun because it's a freaking hospital. But you know what? I don't have time to deal with you. It's this whole hospital thing. The hospital interactions should be done. We should be able to use them. We should be able to go freely. We should be able to go whenever we want. It should be a lot inside the game, not some other world where you have to only go when you go and play. You should be able to. It should be a lot. You can go and you can see your own Sims there. It's just, this is ridiculous. On so many levels. I'm so appalled by how ridiculous this actually is and how annoying this actually is that I had to go on a rant. I had to go on a rant, okay? I turned off autonomy. Don't know when. I really should have turned it back on. But I did. I turned off autonomy and it's not really working. So the way that we're going to, I should really get going. No, Max, your wife is about to go in the. Stop! Oh my god, I'm gonna freaking. Oh, guys, I'm getting so aggravated. My Sims game it's truly making me mad. And I think I started this part already a little aggravated. And now I'm even more aggravated because all I want. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna take a deep breath. Everybody's gonna be leaving. It's 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, because our mother's about to die. I am pretty sure. Like, I'm a 30% sure. Not really that sure, but it's possible. It's annoying. All right, he's gonna give her medical advice. So that's what's gonna happen right now. Is we're gonna get some medical advice in here. And basically he's telling her that we're going to have to induce you into labor. I cannot do this here. You are going to get transferred to another hospital. I have a sick patient that I have to be on all care towards, and I don't have the right measures to give birth to a child. And this is where it piques her interest a little. It's a little crazy. Her parents would come here to this hospital when they were younger. And so it piqued her interest. And her dad is calling her, we're going to say. Or her mom. I feel like it'd be even more emotional if her mother called her. And her mom's calling her and says, honey, wait, did Aaron leave? No. Aaron did not. Are you... What? Guys, I'm going to murder someone. Okay. I'm officially super ticked off. Just give me a second as I take care of this. You're not leaving. Your wife, there's so many things that are about to happen right now that you need to be. Oh, I can't call her because she's on the same lot. God dang it! Oh, guys. Okay, so she got a magical call. You didn't see it. Okay, it just happened randomly. That her mother is here at the hospital. Yep, there we go. Good. And they're like, we're going to have to induce you. And they're like, well, my mother's here. And he is like, you have to be induced. You have 2 choices. You can go and have your baby now, or your baby will probably end up not making it. Or you can, if you stay with your mom. And both people are in critical condition, puts us up into a conundrum, and she chose the small child. She also asked because there was a doctor nearby. What gender of the baby is, because ultimately we're gonna see it when I actually commence her. So we're just going to determine the baby's gender real quick because I feel like it's important. So let's go ahead and do this. And this is a horrible idea. I don't ever recommend you ever doing anything like this in your gameplay. Ever. Okay. Just because for story purposes, it's super annoying. But it makes for a good storyline and good options. I'm just not in the best of moods right now to tell it. Alright, here we go. So he's going to determine the baby's gender. I don't know how he does this. He feels it, he talks about it, and they talk about it, and baby's gender. After a moment of feeling Lily's shriveled belly, is Martin's opinion joyful to tell you it's a little girl? Aw, it's a little girl, guys. That's exciting. Okay, now, because I can tell you that it's a little girl, we can go in and we can induce her into this. Hold on. We can induce her. But I don't actually know if we're gonna go with her. I feel like this is her series, and so we should probably go with her. Okay, so we'll go with her. Okay, so we are gonna go in here, and we're inducing her into labor. She's officially in labor. We are going to have baby at hospital in a second when it informs us that she's pregnant. I mean, she's having baby. More choices. Have baby at hospital. We are going to join her, and we are going to take the love of her life, Max. And we are going to leave her poor mom here. Now, this is a very interesting, intriguing way because I wasn't actually expecting two of them to induce her, but the baby, she got pregnant in part 13. That was 2 parts. Actually, she got pregnant in part 12. So that's like 4 or 5 parts ago. I wasn't expecting having a little one. I won't lie. Not yet. I was probably not going to induce her. But the doctor said it's probably important because she was here and it was under extreme conditions. Which is scary. And lots of extreme conditions today. I'm super sorry. Lots of people are up for grabs of death. A little girl that's never seen the day of light, which is kind of a triggering thing to talk about. A mother who could be dying from head trauma, internal bleeding, and or anything else that could have happened. Kind of also another scary thing to talk about. All these things are pretty scary to talk about. And I really do hope no one does die. Especially for things that will be happening later on, but I can't promise that. Anybody could die at any moment, and I think that's really the message of this story, is that even though there's so many things going on, like, if you think about it, her mother maybe never know that her daughter was pregnant, and I can't remember if I told them or not, and you guys are going to be screaming in the comments on both. Jacob, she just had a whole part where she went and she told her mom that she was pregnant, and it was a huge deal, and it was so cool, and it was such an empowering and moving moment, and, well, it probably wasn't because I directed it and I did it, but, yeah, and I'm just like, yeah, but was it real? Okay, so she's pregnant, we're gonna come in here, and ironically, they're gonna put her in a different hospital down, the one she was just in. They transported her into a new hospital. I don't know what this hospital is called, but it is a hospital that she normally doesn't go to. I'm pretty sure she was born here. Did Max come with me? Okay, this is also another thing that's kind of annoying, because they don't tend to come. And, like, he's not in our household, and so I can't, like, just teleport him here. It's very annoying. Just what it comes down to. Just annoying. Did we check in? Because we need to check in. Check your butt in, sweetie. Like, no, definitely tell you this much. Hospitals annoy the crap out of me. I've never done the hospital career either. Interesting enough. Interesting. I think I've started it, like, several times. I've just never, like, really gone full throttle with it. It's very interesting. I'm so excited to have a little girl, though. I think Lily will be an excellent mother. I think Lily's house might get a little, I think it's a little too small to have a baby. And so I'm very curious to see where they would end up moving into. With who, and Oh, okay. I think we're about to go have the baby. I've not been taking screenshots at all this episode. It's kind of important. So, like, just ignore me for a second as I take a few screenshots. I love how... Okay, see? Told you. That moment when an old lady is the person who will be giving her baby. And how I don't really feel about... Oh, but she is a doctor. So, you know? Okay, here we go. Baby's getting born. Now, there's been lots of conversation about this is kind of like a weird birth. In The Sims 4. I don't know if I've ever seen birthing. I don't know if we... Oh, they took out Lily Turble's heart and I just kind of cried inside. Okay. Highly disturbed. It happens to the best of us, if you ask me. But, yeah. And I believe the end of this episode will probably be this. And then we'll start back at the hospital tomorrow of next week. And we'll go from there. Or maybe another little time jump. I don't know. Oh, guys. Oh, it's a girl. Okay. Now, no baby names in the comments. Sad. But we are going to... I'm going to randomize it 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to randomize it 7 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ella Tribble. We have now self. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Vivian. Pearl, Nikita, Haley, Elizabeth, Sierra, Cameron Tribble. I like that name. And I don't think we have like a Cameron. And of course, if you have a better name down below, you can always list it. I'm always open for suggestions. And a baby was born. And we're going to end with this little last shot of looking at Cameron. But guys, if you like this video, please give me a big fat thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below and hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys all next time for another beautiful, lovely part of the cats and dogs.